Welcome to the Local Vibe podcast, unscripted, it's uncensored, the real deal straight up music talk. Please like and subscribe on YouTube and Facebook. This is dedicated to the local musicians of Denver, Colorado. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back. Happy New Year. Cheers. Salute to everybody out there. 2026, if you are ready or not, it is here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's so good to be back. I know we took a couple of weeks off for the holidays, and it was a much-needed break for myself and for my production guy, Michael, here. We were able to get some relaxing time. But you know what? It's back at it again. And once again, I want to thank everybody who is subscribed to this channel and that are listening tonight. Appreciate everybody out there. We got some great music coming up your way here. Another local band here straight out of Denver, Colorado, bringing you live music, live performances. With some great talent that we have up and down here in the Front Range. So once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. And again, I appreciate sincerely from the bottom of my heart all you guys that are following this channel, following this project. And I want to wish you a happy new year, all right? So thank you very much for doing that. It is 2026, so we are going to celebrate. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk a little bit about this band that I have here in the studio tonight, and we're going to be doing some up-close and interview podcasts here with these guys. And but first off, we're going to do like we always do here with Fast Eddie at the Local Vibe, and that is playing some live music, all right? So without further ado, I want to introduce Orchard Road here, straight out of Denver, Colorado, and they're going to play some music for us. So let's turn it over to these guys, and let's hear what they want to play for us. Here we go.
All right. Well, we're going to play a song called Monica. Ready? Music starts and there you go. Lost in the rhythm, perfect show. Your spirit soars and your heart is free. And I long to know desperately. Oh, Monica, when you take the floor, light up the room and
Wow, amazing. So, Tony, tell us a little bit, what was the name of this song? And ladies and gentlemen, this is an original song from Orchard Road. They're playing some originals tonight. Tony, what was the name of that song?
It's called Monica.
Monica. All right, awesome.
About a friend of mine that usually shows up at a lot of shows and just loves to dance, but she doesn't like to dance with anybody.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
The guys all want to dance with Monica, but Monica doesn't want to dance with them.
Oh, gotcha. Nice. Hey, there you go. Nice. Very cool. All right, awesome. Okay, well, you guys going to do a couple more songs, so yeah, let's go ahead and let's do another one.
We'll do another one. It's called Mystery.
Mystery.
Another
all right.
original from us, and based on the sirens of Homer's Odyssey and how all these women all these years, for the last 3,000 years, are still sirens to all of us guys.
Nice. All right.
My temptation towards mystery, a voice within the word. You touched all of my senses. In the darkness, you appeared. You're a siren in the distance, and the waves they carry me. But I'm tethered to my existence. I'm a sailor lost at sea, and you call me from a distance with the words that sing me. Each sentence draws me closer to the rocks. Can you be? I'm compelled to follow slowly, twist with every turn. Oh, an ocean of emotion, only I can hear your song. I hear you from the distance, and your voice it carries me. But I'm tethered to my existence. I'm a sailor lost at sea, and you call me from the distance with the words that sing me. Each sentence draws me closer to the rocks. My temptation towards mystery, I hold on with all my might. Well, to follow slowly from the darkness to the light. Can I really trust you, honey, as you take the lead with the promise of a future? Is it rocks or sandy beach? And you call me from the distance with the words that sing to me. Each sentence draws me closer to the rocks. Sandy beach. And you call me from the distance with the words that sing to me. Each sentence draws me closer to the rocks. Sandy beach.
Wow. Amazing. That's awesome. I can't wait to talk a little bit more about your guys' music.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, this is a podcast, and at some point in time, we're going to get into the interview. But I tell you what, I am really enjoying this music, and I was telling Michael here, I feel like I could be drinking a margarita somewhere on a beach or something. You know, it's got that kind of vibe, and I love it. That's awesome.
That drills into the next song, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Yeah, let's do another one. What else you guys want to
Our
play?
last song is called Weekend Alcoholic. So
Weekend alcohol. I love it. That is me right there.
yeah, there's a good story. We'll tell it afterwards. But
Okay, awesome. Yeah, let's do it.
It's one of our fun songs to do.
Okay.
It's a drinking song.
There you go.
All right.
Cheers.
Weekend alcoholic. Sad Saturday drunk, Monday hungover, a week's one big slump because of you, cause you're gone. When you left, you took all my money. I'll be damned, there goes my heart. Well now, girl, you know this isn't very funny, 'cause lately I've been falling all apart. And I'm a weekend alcoholic, Saturday drunk, Monday hungover, a week's a one big slump because of you, cause you're gone. Take it, Derek. And I'm a weekend alcoholic, Saturday drunk, Monday hungover, a week's a one big slump because of you, cause you're gone. Why did you go and leave me in such a state? Did you come into my life just to leave? Well, I'm sitting here drinking, talking to myself, watching my teardrops soak my sleeve. And I'm a weekend alcoholic, Saturday drunk, Monday hungover, a week's a one big slump because of you, cause you're gone. Take it, Joe. And I'm a weekend alcoholic, Saturday drunk, Monday hungover, a week's a one big slump because of you, cause you're gone. They always play our song at closing time. I remember when it was just you and me. Well, I'm sitting here drinking, raising up my glass. I hope you're happy now, but you can kiss my ass, 'cause I'm a weekend alcoholic, Saturday drunk, Monday hungover, a week's a one big slump because of you, cause you're gone. One more time, weekend alcoholic, Saturday drunk, Monday hungover, a week's a one big slump because of you, 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 because of you. I have another round.
Wow. Amazing. I love it. I love it. Guys, are we getting some comments out there that people are like, oh my God, that's a great song. That's right up my alley.
It's a drinking song. You got to sing with us.
Right,
And
for
by the end, you gotta know
sure.
the chorus.
Man, all right, awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk a little bit more about these original songs in here in just a few minutes. And what I'd like to do for right now, before we can get some times we can get situated, I'm going to play another video. This is a video of them actually playing, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a cover, right, that you guys recorded? And so we're going to play that here for a few minutes to get one more song in there, and that'll give us some time to get set up, right? We'll be right back here in just a minute. Check this video out. All right, awesome, man. I tell you what, that is some great music, and I'm really excited to have these guys in the studio tonight, Orchard Road, and yeah, we're gonna start digging deep here into the podcast and actually talk a little bit about, you know, their backgrounds as well, and talk about those original songs that they played. I tell you what, that's always great when we get a band in here that plays some original music, and I appreciate that, guys. So we'll talk a little bit about, you know, kind of how you put those songs together, and then also a little bit about your background. The other cool thing about this podcast, guys, is the local vibe is set up so that we can kind of, you know, get some up close and interviews with the musicians. A lot of times people go out there and they see you perform live, and they don't always get a chance to kind of hear the back end stories of kind of like, hey, how you grew up playing music, and, you know, what kind of music you play, what kind of instruments, that kind of thing. So, you know, with this podcast, that gives us a perfect venue and a perfect place to talk about those cool things. So definitely want to do that. All right, but before we continue on, I definitely want to talk about one of my sponsors. So we got a short little video here with www.limo.limo.limo. It's one of my great sponsors. So Michael, let's play that video. Check that out. Event and Airport Transportation LLC. I'll tell you what, man, this guy, he's got some beautiful vehicles. He is a great sponsor and a huge follower of the Local Vibe podcast. He's got some beautiful vehicles. He's got a van up there. He's got an Audi and some other nice SUVs. If you guys are looking for transportation to get around town, let's just say you're flying into the airport and you don't want to worry about renting a car or anything like that, give this guy a call at 720-699-1575, Event at Airport Transportation LLC. You tell him that Fast Eddie sent you, and he's going to hook you up with a safe drive and take you around town, take you to the destination, wherever you need to go. People call this guy, they take him up to the ski resorts, especially right now in the winter months. It's kind of hard to get up to I-70. You guys know here in Colorado that road can get pretty bad. He'll take you up there, take you to ski resort, bring you back safely. He also does Red Rocks. He does some private parties and shuttles for Red Rocks. So definitely want to send a shout out to Ernesto. Tell him Fast Eddie sent you and he's going to hook you up. All right. Appreciate it, guys. All right. Well, awesome. All right. Well, first off, I want to introduce my guests here. So we'll kind of go around the room right onto my left-hand side. And we have Tony. So, Tony, I'll let you say hello and kind of introduce yourself. And your camera's going to be right over here, buddy. So, yeah.
There it is. All right.
Yeah.
Well, my name's Tony Orozco, and I'm the obviously lead singer of the band. And one of the writers, George, our bass player, is also another writer. And he's more of a storyteller. I just crank him out, and he writes these songs that are gold. So it's fun to do all this together.
Nice.
And we're fairly new. Orchard Road's been around for a while, but we've had many evolutions over the years. And I think we finally have found our sound, so it's pretty cool.
Very awesome. Yeah, very cool. All right. And then the rest of the gentlemen over here on the couch, we have them set up over here, kicking back. And on the far left, we have Derek. We might need to make us a couple of adjustments here, but we have Derek. Derek, say hello.
Hello. Yes, Derek Scott here. Thank you.
All right. And then right next to Derek,
Joe.
Joe.
McCowan.
All right. And then next to Joe, we have George. All right. Awesome, George. Okay, awesome. Well, and ladies and gentlemen, yeah, this is Orchard Road, and they're based out of Denver, Colorado, right? We're kind of scattered, right?
Well, we're really out of Parker, but
Okay.
we're scattered because everybody's from everywhere. But we're a Colorado band. So
All right.
we'll leave it at that.
There you go. Yeah. And I tell you what, that's that's kind of one of the main themes here for the local vibe is that, I'd say it's dedicated to local musicians. So dedicated to you guys. I'm a musician as well. So, and part of my dream was that I would bring in local musicians, do some interviews, play some live music, get it out there on YouTube, get some people some exposure and kind of do, most importantly, the interview, kind of learn a bit about people's background and stuff like that. So glad to have you guys.
This is really cool. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
It's probably one of the coolest things we've done, just to, like I say, we're a new band. We're trying to get our name out there, get some followers, and thank you for
absolutely
giving us a shot at this.
You got it, yeah. So Tony, since you're right here to my left, let's start with you. What is your background? How did you start playing music? Tell us and tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Growing up, my mom was a school teacher, and her idea was all of us kids, my two sisters and myself, we were going to play an instrument, and there was no question about it.
No question about it.
You were going to play something. And I started out with the piano, but I was so terrible at it that the piano teacher literally told my mom, "Don't bring him back." But she said I had to play an instrument, so I started out with drums just to piss her off, and that way she left me alone. I could go in the basement and pound on the drums until she would come down and just tell me to stop. And it wasn't until I was in early teens that some friends of mine started a youth mass, and they were just awesome. It was in the late 60s, early 70s, and they were really talented, and they could just write a song that day. And I just fell in love with the music. So I sold my drums, and I bought a 12-string guitar.
Nice.
And I didn't even know how to play. And I would just stand there, and whatever they did, I did. And I just fell in love with music even more than I already had. So, yeah, I've been doing it ever since, and had a few bands over the years, and this one is one of my favorites.
Nice. Very cool. That's awesome. Yeah. So Tony, remind me here, and I don't play 12-string, but 12-string is so double octave strings all the way down, right?
Yeah, except for the three high strings are the same, but everything else is octave. And I didn't even know how to tune it, and my fingers hurt so bad.
Nice.
But I just loved the sound. It just gave such a rich tone to it that I had to buy it. It was a $100 Univox guitar. It was
okay.
It was just Woolworth guitar kind of
starter
thing.
anyways,
Yeah, it was
right?
a starter. Eventually it snapped in half because it was a 12-string and it just couldn't handle the strings, the tension. So
Yeah, I hear you.
but that's what got me started, and it just has always been a love just to play and sing, and you know, I didn't start writing till I was almost 18
Okay.
before I wrote my first song, and then I've put a few in the can over the years, probably close to 60 songs. But
Nice.
when we started Orchard Road, it was Joe. When Joe that joined the band, he's like, "We got to do originals, guys. We've got to do more originals. Everybody's doing covers," and he really encouraged us to bring out our originals. And that I give that to him because you
Nice.
know we were just jamming on covers and trying to get a name, and Joe took us down a road that we really hadn't gone on.
Nice.
It's been a great ride.
Awesome. This is for Joe right there. For encouraging the originals and playing those originals. Yeah, awesome. Well, I can't wait to go out there and see you guys perform live as well. And like I said, I'll be happy to assist you guys. You know, part of, you know, meeting people and networking and meeting musicians, right, is just making those connections, which is so great. And, hey, I need help with this or I need help with that. And that's the cool thing about, you know, having this industry and this market here in the Denver area, that everybody's willing to kind of help each other out, you know, which is
Musicians
good.
are the best. They're always wanting to, you know, oh, come on, let me hear what you've got. And you know, you don't get that in anywhere else. It's always like there's some competition in this, but most of the time guys are like, yeah, let's play.
Yeah, let's help out and let's jam too,
let's
right?
Jam. Yeah, let's
exactly.
go make let's make some sounds.
Boy, I tell you what, isn't that the truth, right? And it's something powerful, especially with original music. Like I love to hear that. You know, like I was saying, I was like, oh my God, I was literally picturing myself. I'm like, okay, I'm sitting on the beach, South Padre Island or somewhere down in Florida, you know, drinking a margarita, just kicking back. It's like, man, I could be hearing that music. That's awesome.
So we try to keep our stuff pretty light and fun, and we want it that way. You know, we you know, every song was an original once, and we just really want to just have some fun. I mean, when music stops being fun to me, I'm done. I'm out. I
Right.
don't want to play anymore. And right now, I'm having the time of my life.
Awesome. That's what it's all about. That's what it's
Yeah.
all about. Yeah. No, and there's something to be said about, you know, putting your lyrics together in those words and expressing that emotion about that song, whatever it may be. Maybe it's the what do we call it? The drinking alcoholic. You know?
Weekend alcoholic.
The weekend alcoholic.
They all have a story. you
Exactly,
know?
right? And that's the cool thing is they all have a story. And if people really take the time to listen, they'll enjoy it, you know, and they appreciate it. So
Yeah.
for sure. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you. And all right, let's go to the other guys. Derek, tell us a little bit about your background, Derek.
You know, I had positive experiences with music in school bands coming up, middle school marching band, concert band, jazz band, and so on, and got a lot of good feedback. But of course, I always wanted to be a rock star.
I want to be a rock star.
That
Nice.
never worked out, but
Yeah, it did.
yeah, always been interested. It's always had a place in my heart. So and nowadays it's one of the few things that I really care about very much.
Okay, awesome. All right, and then right next to you on your left-hand side, Joe.
Yeah, so sort of like Tony, I played piano from the age of 5 till about 11. I was actually pretty good at it. I just kind of I kind of saw what pro pianists were doing, and I realized I could never get to that point. And then around my time that was happening, Dave Matthews Band was probably the biggest band in the world.
Ah, nice.
Everybody my age saw him playing guitar in front of his band, and we all wanted to be guitarists ourselves. So I went and got a guitar and taught myself. And, you know, I was pretty good at it rhythm-wise, but it wasn't until I transitioned, or I like to say graduated,
Yeah,
to the Grateful Dead and Jerry Garcia that I really understood music theory and what improvisation really means. So that's kind of where my journey of guitar really started taking off about 10 years ago. And
Oh,
just play with this guy in a bluegrass duo, and then I met him at an open mic, and that very open mic about 8 years ago, Tony used to go to. I didn't know that they were connected in that way, and then I told him to introduce me to Tony, and I was like, oh, I know you.
or at least I've
See
seen
you
you
at
before.
open mics once a week.
Yeah.
man. Yeah, let's play.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
yeah, now we're here.
Very cool. Yeah. I tell you what, man, there's something about open mics too, right? I know when I first moved here, I've been here, 14 years now in Colorado. I'm originally from South Texas.
You're almost a native.
I know, right? And when I moved here, that was one of the first things that I started doing was looking at open mics. Like, okay, let me get to these open mics because again, you get to meet people, you get to hear some original music being played, and you get to play some of your stuff too, right? So it's also another great venue to meet some people. So that's awesome. All right, okay, appreciate that. All right, George, let's go over to George and let's switch cameras, Michael. Let's go to George.
Well, my journey began kind of same as everybody else.
You might want to scoot up just a little bit more to your microphone there, George.
Yeah,
And,
no, my journey began kind of like everybody else, 4th, 5th grade, kind of start with the violin. I think I got the accordion brought to the house first, and that was an immediate no.
no accordion.
No
Still
accordion.
is.
And then go into the violin, did that, but then picked up guitar and started playing guitar from probably 5th, 6th grade through high school.
Okay.
Life interrupted, school, family, kind of put it down. Didn't pick it up again until 50. And so 30 years of nothing.
Wow.
And when I picked it up, it was like nothing ever, I didn't forget a thing. And then just with a bunch of high school friends, we get together annually and we play as a group. We've played from coast to coast, from North Carolina to California. We played here. We've just played at a variety of places. And so we get together annually. But that created the flow and the juice of just bringing music into my soul and my life. And that's kind of where everything just transitioned, from guitar to bass. Influences are mainly country, classic rock, and blues. For me, blues is the kind of the epitome of music.
Sure.
And it kind of feeds the soul. To me, music heals. And that's kind of what I kind of take music as kind of a medicine in that regard. Did a lot of writing. As Tony said, I've been doing a lot of writing, pulling things out of the closet, kind of looking at them again. Done some blues albums. I've got a couple out. And so it's been fun. Music is going to be with me for life.
Yes.
And until these hands can't do anything else, it's going to be playing guitar.
Nice.
bass,
Agree.
I think we all say that. Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
keep doing this. I plan on singing at my funeral, so I'm not gonna
Hey,
die.
I'll sing it yours. You sing it mine.
Okay, deal.
I love it. I love it. Yes, and you're absolutely right. Again, you get that feeling in you of playing music, no matter what instrument you play, right? And it feeds the soul. It takes you to a happy place. It takes you to a sad place. It takes you to a mediocre place. It takes me to the beach drinking a margarita.
Yeah, it's the most constant thing in my life, and I think that everybody here agrees. Your music is always there. People have come and gone, and moved on, died, all that kind of stuff in your life, but music's there. It always stays.
Yes, for sure. No, for sure. Yeah. All right. So George, so question for you. And you said you paused for a while there, so you stopped for a few years, and then picking it back up. Was there anything that you struggled with as you began to bring it back up again, or?
Just putting a few calluses on the fingers. Other than that, no.
Yeah.
Things that I had done as a kid, I remembered. Chords, songs, things. It was there.
Right.
It just never went away.
Yeah, it's kind of like riding a bike, right? You never forget it. You get a little rusty, but then once you get back on and you start pedaling a little bit, you're like, oh, okay, I remember how to do this.
Everything came back. It was like I had not stopped.
It almost reinvents itself if you take a little time off and then you come back to it. It's like you find new sound.
Right. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, almost definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And the same thing with the lyrics and the writing. I mean, I put things down, look back at it, and kind of tweak a few things. And
Very nice.
And now we've got, I think, 3 or 4 of mine that we're going to add to the mix as far as.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
really great. He's so deep.
Yeah.
I mean, to tell you, Derek and I were talking, and he's just George has this. He's a storyteller,
Nice.
and his songs are all about all kinds of things, and mine are kind of more focused, and George's are all over the place because it's just about life.
Sure.
It's
It's
really
life.
cool. So I can't
It's
wait.
life.
Can't wait to I'm working on trying to. He won't sing, so I got to carry it. So I got to learn his songs, which is really weird. But I'm just loving it, and because the lyrics are so, they hit home, and they're part of everyday life, and that's what I really love. So, keep listening to us, because they're going to be we're bringing them out, and probably be a couple of months before we have them completely down and really rocking. But we'll be playing George's tunes, and
Nice.
it's really great. And having Joe in the band, bringing the lead and having that that harmony of lead come over the top of our songs has added so much to our music. And then, I got Derek, and Derek is our music man. I mean, as you look at his setup, I mean, the only thing it isn't here, he doesn't have his bass and his mandolin, but he plays harp and tambourine and the drums and everything.
Harmonica.
Harmonica. He does it all, and it's pretty cool to have this of a rounded bunch of guys.
Sure.
That there's no competition. It's just we want to sing and we want to play and we want to have fun. And
Nice.
And it's just an absolute blast.
Nice.
If anybody told me I'd be doing this stuff at my age, I would have told them they were crazy. And I'm having more fun now than I did when I was in my 20s.
Right. Yeah. Very cool. No, I tell you, Tony, and we were talking earlier just briefly, that, sometimes as we're playing music up and down and, here in this city and many other cities, we don't tend to always do it for the money, right? Because a lot of these venues, they don't have a big budget or they don't pay a lot. And we still get up there and we perform and we play because it's our passion and we love it,
We just want to play.
Right.
And, we don't want to necessarily play for free, but you know what? We have and we will. We just want to sing.
Yeah.
We want to get up there and just do this because it's a part of who we are.
Sure. No. And that's a great message for all the listeners and all the fans out there when you go out there and see these guys and many other bands too. But when you go out there and see Orchard Road, throw a few bucks in the tip jar for them. Because again, a lot of times, with the venues, we're not making a lot of money and it's not for that. It's because we're there to have a great time. But we also got to feed the 401k, so put it in the little tip jar.
Well, I got to buy strings and,
Exactly. All the boring stuff.
If you guys saw this room that we're singing in and
Right.
playing in, I mean, there's oh my God, this is a musician's dream where we're at. I mean, we've got a bar and drums and piano and just the whole works. So it's really cool for Eddie
Nice.
to bring us down to his basement and just let us, kind of absorb all of this.
Yes. And I have a few more guitars that I need to hang up, but as you can see, I got a few of them up on the wall. And actually, I was just thinking about it. I forgot that there's an empty spot there, so I already have that filled. Not
I
to
have
worry
the
about.
same addiction. So does George.
Nice. Very cool. And George, I know we were going to talk a little bit about, if people want to get out there and go see you guys perform live. I know you said you have a couple of gigs that are coming up. Where can people go out there and see you guys perform at the next gig?
The next gig we have is on the 17th of January, and that's over at Old 121 Brewhouse in Lakewood.
Old 121 Brewhouse in
House,
Lakewood. Okay.
47. And then from there we have February 6th in Railyard down in the Springs.
Okay.
And then we're Valentine's Day at Takoda Tavern.
Takoda Tavern. Okay. And where's that one at?
That one is in Parker.
Parker. Okay.
And then from there we have, let's see, March. We've got a couple in March and a couple in April. Both of those are going to be back at Takoda Tavern and Old 121 Brewhouse.
Okay.
And anybody can go back on our website or our Facebook page and take a look.
Awesome. Yeah. And so speaking of your Facebook, we'll put that up here as well. But is that typically where you guys put your dates, like your upcoming dates? You have them on your Facebook? Okay.
Yeah, that's where everything goes. We have the website as well, and I keep that as updated as I can.
Okay.
But Facebook has got the most current info.
Perfect. Yep. And ladies and gentlemen, here's the Facebook that you can find them, and it's just Orchard Road on Facebook. And you'll come up to this page here. You'll see some pictures that they have, and then any upcoming gigs that they're going to be playing. They'll go ahead and put that up on the screen or up on the Facebook page as well. Yeah, definitely looking forward to going out there and seeing you guys. And like I said, get out there, throw them a few bucks in their tip jar, go out and visit them.
For the roadies.
Yeah, that's right. Look at these guys. Look at them. They all have smiles. You see, that's a great thing right there, man. I tell you what, upcoming shows. Yep, and then probably a little bit of a bio information there on you guys as well. Okay, awesome. Which we don't need that because we're doing that here today.
Yeah,
so.
it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Very cool. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll definitely put that in the description as well. Once we finish with the YouTube video, we'll put your upcoming gigs in the description. So that way, if you want to go check them out, you can see where they're at. So it sounds like a combination between Parker, Colorado, Lakewood, Colorado, Colorado Springs, and kind of back and forth between those different areas.
We're all over the place. We'll play where, we will play wherever you ask us to go
Nice.
to.
Very cool.
We're, like I say, we're trying to build a name, so give us a shot. We're not like every other band. We do a lot of music that a lot of bands don't do.
Okay.
And we really pride ourselves on that. We're not a dance band. We're a band you want to listen to, you want to enjoy. Yeah, you can get up and dance. We encourage it.
Definitely, right?
But if you're coming to dance, we're probably not your band. But if you want to come and listen to some great tunes and rewritten covers
Nice,
and
nice.
a lot of originals, we're the ones you want to hear.
Cool. That's good. Yeah, that's good to know. Sometimes you just want to go and relax, have a drink and maybe have some dinner or something like that and hear some relaxing music,
Well, I don't know if our stuff's relaxing. We're not going to put you asleep in the chair, but we're going to, we'll get your feet moving. Anyway.
Nice.
I hope anyway.
Well, there's always one or two people that get up there and start shaking it, regardless. There's always a few up there.
That's our Linda.
Nice.
She gets people dancing in the audience. It's so damn cool.
Very cool.
You can't help but do it when she's there. She just gets everybody up dancing.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I really look forward to seeing you guys. And again, if I can help you in any way, let me know. I'll be more than happy to go out there and check you guys
appreciate that,
out
brother.
and
I
support
really
that as
do.
well. Yeah. Another question that I always ask, and I love to ask this question as well, is musical inspirations, right? Because again, I think that's a big one for a lot of us musicians. It leads us to a way, and especially for you guys since you're doing originals, right? Deep down in the back of your mind, or maybe the front of your mind, or the deep part of your heart, you have some sort of inspiration that has driven you to play the type of music that you're playing, or maybe the style, right? Not necessarily a genre, but maybe a style or bits and pieces of some inspirations that you have that comes out in your music, right? So, Tony, we'll start with you. What are some of your inspirations?
I'm a lyrical guy, so I always loved musicians and artists that just had these great words and these great lyrics. So I was drawn to, James Taylor and, Dylan, and just the list goes on. I mean, Eagles, I saw them live in 1975 at Mile High Stadium. I mean, these were my heroes, and it just the lyrical part of it is, it hasn't been so much the music as the words, and that's what's always been my draw. And again, I keep going back to George because he's a lyrical guy, and I didn't even know that about him. When he started playing with us, there's a bass player, the lead guitar player, and I'm like, yay! And then I found out, man, he is so deep, and I just love the lyrics. So that's my inspiration. Has been really it goes, Brandy Carlisle. I mean, just this long list of lyrical musicians.
Wow.
And it's not so much what you play, but what you say.
Nice. All right. Well, let's do a rewind here since you mentioned it. 1975. 1975, the Eagles. Let's go back there. Tell us a little bit about that concert.
Oh, God. I was I think it was 1975. I was just graduated high school. Linda Ronstadt opened, and then the Doobies.
Nice.
And then the Eagles took the stage, and they did like 3 encores till about 2 in the morning. Because that was back in the day when you did an encore, you did an encore. You didn't come out and just do your last famous song. You came out and jammed for another hour. And this was at Mile High Stadium, and nobody left. And they finally came out and went, you gotta go. And that was my first concert was America, which was, but the Eagles and the Doobies and Linda, I was so in love. Who wasn't in love with Linda Ronstadt?
Right.
And again, a lyrical woman. I mean, she just writes these beautiful songs, and that was just the day that just started it all.
Nice. And I can imagine back in, and again, I'm thinking here, 1975. This is before Amendment 64, but I could imagine the little cloud of smoke right over.
Oh, yeah. We literally back then we made a jug of margaritas and carried it in with us.
Nice.
It was no issue.
Right.
And
They're like, come on
between the pot and the margaritas, sorry, Mom, she's not liking margaritas. But anyway, yeah, the concert probably sucked. I didn't know. But
You're like, that was awesome.
But yeah, it was. I mean, that's back in the day when you go to a concert, you go to Red Rocks. I mean, you just bring in your booze.
Nice.
And, the joints would go up and down the line. And, I remember when I saw America, we snuck in 2 bottles of wine inside my down parka. And I opened them up and I never saw them again. They were gone. They went down the row and they never came back. They got a sip out of it and that was it.
Yeah, you're like, can I get my case back, please?
That's how it used to be. I mean, you you came and it was all about the music and the band and the experience. It was all about the experience.
Nice.
And there wasn't the thumping, no offense, but it's like, man, it was all about the music and just falling in love with everybody
Nice.
around you.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. I grew up in the 90s and kind of late 80s, so it was a little bit different for me when I went to concerts. But I remember hearing stories from my dad, that he would take like this small little like leather pouch that would sit under his arm, but it had strawberry wine in it.
Yeah.
And he'd tell me stories about, we take that little thing and, people think it was a little purse, but it was full of strawberry wine, and they sit there and drink it, at these concerts. And it's always cool to hear those stories.
Watch the videos on Woodstock. I was too young. Not young, but you see the love, and you have 400,000 people.
Isn't that amazing,
and
right?
Nobody got hurt. No, everybody just, it was just a big love fest. And, let's bring that shit back.
There was no COVID or anything like that.
Oh, man, we didn't care about anything. Clothes were optional, and, you just sang. And half those guys, they didn't even, know what they were going to play until they got up on the stage.
That is so
and how
cool.
cool is that? Oh, and guess what? You're playing at Woodstock.
All right.
We're flying you in on a helicopter, and you're taking the stage in 30 minutes.
Right? And that's something else.
And that's music, because you just, you just sing and play and just let it out.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, Derek, let's go over to you. Tell us a little bit about your inspirations and maybe some of the artists or who that might be for you.
I think I still listen to the early Doobie Brothers albums, Toulouse Street and The Captain and Me, because of the vocals harmonies and the guitar harmonies. And at that point, I think they were still using 2 trap set players at the same time on stage. But those I still haven't mastered learning all the songs off those albums yet.
Yeah.
But that's a goal because they're all so good.
Nice. Yeah, and that's kind of driven your inspiration over the years, right? And so you're a percussion player. Do you kind of identify as a percussion player? Is that or drummer or
Not necessarily. And
Okay.
if I could just interject this, you had a question on the list of, and maybe you're going to get to this eventually, but what would you tell new up and coming musicians?
Yes, absolutely.
What
Yeah.
would be your advice?
Yes, go ahead.
This would
Yes.
be mine. Your voice is your primary instrument, so don't neglect it. Even if you don't perform with it out, always practice singing.
Nice. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely agree.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, vocal is it's an instrument, and they're all different, right? I mean, everybody's got some different ranges and what they could sing, and
It's a muscle.
right? Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Yeah, thank you, Derek, for that, for sure. All right, Joe, let's talk about your inspirations.
So I kind of grew up on the Beatles and Led Zeppelin from my dad, but then I got really into gangster rap till I was about 9 years old. I was going down a shadowy road.
He keeps wanting to bring that stuff up and bring
Exactly.
it in.
I'm trying to infuse it into the music. No, and then my brother showed me the Dave Matthews Band. I fell in love with it. That felt like the first band that was like mine. So I got a guitar, tried to learn everything I could. I fell out of love with that band and kind of got deeper into jazz and bluegrass and became obsessed with the Grateful Dead and everything. So like an actual inspiration would be a guy called Steve Kimmock, an amazing kind of like progressive jazz infusion guitarist. Tony Rice, Bela Fleck, Sam Bush, just kind of all the greats of the genre. And kind of listen to a little bit of everything. I love 89.3 Kuvo Jazz Station because you hear some of the weirdest freaking music. But it's so good.
What was that?
Dude, you gotta listen late at night from like 10 p.m. till midnight. It's called Jazz Odyssey, and it's like you have never heard anything like this before, unless it's like in a sci-fi movie or something.
Right.
But it's four musicians on a stage making this sound, and it's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's why he fits in with us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan right now of the String Cheese Incident. I go see them as often as possible. I've seen like 70 shows of them because they do 3-night runs whenever they play. They never repeat a song. They barely take breaks in between songs. They improvise to connect the whole shows. They play for about 4 hours straight. It's bluegrass. It's island music, reggae. It's rock. They play Led Zeppelin. it's just anything you can think of at any moment. And that's kind of what I've brought to my music. I write music as well. And what I learn is that I want to be able to play any genre at any given moment. So
Nice.
that's very important to me. I think it's cool. And yeah, it sure takes a lot of practice, though.
Right.
Practice?
Yeah, practice.
No,
Practice.
I could definitely attest to that, Joe, because you know, in some of my other podcasts, and I think this is our episode 7, but we were talking about, you know, that conversation, and this is a great question because, you know, kind of get to people's backgrounds and stuff for their inspirations. And it's something about sometimes wandering off to a different genre. And I've always told people that. Like, I learned that from somebody years ago. I don't even remember who, but somebody once told me, like, hey, wander off. If you're stuck in country, if you're stuck in rock, or you're stuck in, you know, whatever it is, wander off a little bit, and you'll be surprised what that does to your mind, right? And again, maybe it's some reggae stuff. And Joe, you may know this. There's a kind of like a reggae rock band that comes to Red Rocks every year. They're pretty popular guys, and by the time you get ready to click on, I want to buy a ticket, they're sold out.
Yeah.
And I forget their name, but anyways, pretty cool, you know, kind of reggae, funk, hip hop kind of band. And
Slightly Stupid. Does
yes.
that sound right?
there you go, something like that.
My neighbors love that band. I haven't seen them myself. But
Yeah, and by the time you click on, I want to buy a ticket, they're sold out. It's like, wow, you know. And again, right? It's just it's interesting, it's different, and sometimes it just takes you to a different place. And even if you don't quite understand it, I'll do that from time to time too, is wander off into jazz, and I respect jazz players. I don't know how to play jazz, but you know, it just takes you to a different place, and it creates some creativity in your mind, right? For maybe something that you want to do next, your next project or something like that.
And music from other countries too, because they'll use scales and rhythms that you just don't hear all that much in the West.
Yes.
And it's like, wow, different time periods, different types of music just completely open up your mind and help
That's
move
correct.
the creative juices a little bit more.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's some great advice from many musicians in this room here today. If you're thinking about, you know, playing some music or picking up an instrument, again, this is some great advice straight from people that are playing music every day. You know.
Well, if you come to one of our shows, you know, we usually hand out, because we're old fashioned, we hand out booklets that you can request songs. And people go, what do you play? And we like, well, from everything from Johnny Cash to the Psychedelic Furs.
Oh, I love the Psychedelic
And, you know,
Furs.
we're all, you know, if there's songs we like, we learn it.
Right,
And,
right.
and then, of course, there's always Stump the Band. You know, they try to bring on stuff that we don't know, but we'll try it. And sometimes it's gold and sometimes it's not. But that's the beauty of music. It's like, it isn't just one genre. I mean, open your ears up and just, I mean, God, even Beethoven, you know what I mean?
Right.
And just, there's so much stuff out there.
Yeah, I tell you what, Psychedelic Furs is one of those ones that, for me personally, takes me to a different place. I love to hear those guys. You know, just the sound of their music, and I think they're playing through old Voxes, if I'm not mistaken, and their guitars, their style, right? It's just in that genre. And there's a lot of bands I'm sure they got lost in the mix in that decade, you know. But that's one of them that, again, they got some really cool stuff.
Well, you and I have a similar band. We both love The Cure.
Yes, I do love The Cure.
Again, a really lyrical band.
Yes,
I mean,
100%.
their stuff is deep and it's so much fun.
Right.
And yeah.
I tell you, if you haven't had a chance to see Robert Smith, I don't know if have you ever seen him live before? Okay, so they've been to Colorado 3 times since I've been here in 14 years, and I've been to every one of their concerts. And this last one was at a couple years ago, and it was at Fiddler's Green. Sold out to the max, standing room, shoulder to shoulder, like in the sidewalks. You know, the little
There's nothing like
sidewalks in
them.
between,
There's
you know.
nothing like
Yeah.
them.
And it's amazing because Robert Smith, he's the only singer. And he sits up there and plays a 4-hour set the whole night. And the next day he's going somewhere else. It's like, wow. You know, it's amazing. But yeah, for sure. All right. And George, it's, what about your inspirations?
Yeah, my inspiration's similar to everybody else. Kind of classic rock, Zeppelin, Kansas, Styx, those 70s, 80s bands. And kind of that's what I was picking up when I first started playing, and then when I picked things back up again, it was more blues. Hit the blues scene heavy. From Bonamassa, of course, you got listening to BB and Freddie, Albert, Buddy Guy. You got all the blues,
Nice.
And there's just something about, especially when it's an instrumental blues, there's that slow blues that just digs deep into the soul.
Yes.
And that has been my inspiration on pretty much everything that I've written and done is that style of instrumental. I'll start singing, Tony, but
I hope so. 'Cause, man, I tell you what,
I'm throwing in some harmonies.
he does, but we're working on a song called Whiskey Neat, and oh man,
Yeah, that's one of my originals.
Oh, nice.
and yeah, the lyrics and I would prefer that George sings it because it really.
I need a couple more.
Yeah, I know, a lot of more whiskey, but it just, this stuff came right up from his feet. I mean, just right from his soul. It's really cool.
Yeah, that one as well as a few others. Just to kind of give a little bit of a bit on the music side of the writing. Whiskey Neat is actually in the process of being put into a demo in Nashville.
Okay.
Pitched for artists. I've got another one called Idea of You, and that actually has been demoed and it is being pitched as we speak.
Oh, nice.
So we'll keep fingers crossed. Maybe somebody picks it up. If not, I can say I've got a demo and
Yeah.
I'm good for.
Well-
not so good with that, but I'm good.
Nice.
Being such a new band now, Joe just said that he writes, and I didn't know that. So because he's kind of new to the band, and so now, sorry, Joe, but we're going to be coming to you and knocking on your door and going, okay, brother, show us what you got, because you threw me out there to do originals, so I'm gonna throw that right back to you.
Nice.
So I can't wait to
one guy
hear.
knows
I can't wait.
Well, yeah, no, that's cool, man. And George, maybe you can start with the, with the harmonies and kind of work your way in little by little, and I mean, for a lot of years, I never sang, and I just kind of self-taught myself, and now I sing, quite a few songs in my band as well. And again, I never really thought I was going to be singing, but I do.
Even Derek, he's been, when we first started playing together, and Derek and I've been playing together for 8 years, and he would just be back there playing. And now, over the evolution of Derek, he's doing harmonies, he's singing with me. We were practicing the other night, and he's doing these songs. I'm going, okay, well, you have to sing that. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. You have to do that.
Sure.
Because I didn't know.
Right.
Again, we're still evolving, trying to figure it out. And here I find that he's got a great voice.
Nice.
And it's really cool.
You got to take advantage of that. Yeah.
Because I don't want to sing for 4 hours.
Right,
I got to
right.
tell you,
It's
I got
tough.
to take a break. And,
Right.
And so if y'all jump in, it's going to be a hell of a ride.
No, and I could tell you that really helps because, right now in our band, we have 4 singers, and we when we're done, we're like, gosh, that was really helpful to be able to have a little bit of space there, like to take a breath, to take a breath and let the other singers sing a couple songs, and then we kind of mix them up, and it helps out so much.
I get done from a gig, and I don't talk for a couple of days
Right.
because I don't know how to not put it all out there when I sing, and I think that's from doing the music in church and stuff. We didn't have microphones, so we had to make sure the person in the way in the back heard us.
Could hear, yeah.
And so I don't know how to sing soft, and I don't know how to sing, quiet songs. I gotta take it from my feet all the way out, and then these guys just jump in and follow me on my insanity, and I just flip and love it.
Nice. All right, awesome. Yeah, well, and kind of like Derek was talking about, another one of the questions was like just what were some words of advice that you can give to people? And I'd like to circle back with George so I don't forget about this particular topic here. But George, you talked about coming back after all those years and building up some calluses on your finger. And boy, oh boy, anybody who plays music knows that that's true, right? Oh, yeah. So, George, what kind of advice could you give people that, maybe are wanting to come back into music, wanting to start music playing? What kind of advice could you give them?
Just do it.
Yes.
Just do it. Don't stop. Your fingers are gonna hurt.
Right.
If you're playing guitar or any string instrument.
Yes.
Fingers are gonna hurt.
You
But
keep playing,
just
you keep
play
playing.
through it.
Yeah.
10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, ends up being a half hour.
Right.
And then it just keeps going from there, but don't stop.
Nice.
And whatever instrument you want to play, whether it's piano, guitar, or anything,
Right.
just do it.
Very good. Awesome. All right, Joe, what about you? What kind of advice would you give the audience that is out there listening?
Oh God. I don't know. Practice, but make it a game. Like, make sure you're playing music you want to play, or else you're going to start looking at the instrument as more of a chore rather than a privilege to pick up and work on. So,
Right.
but always push yourself. The things that are most uncomfortable are probably the things you need to work on the most. So,
Yeah.
yeah, always reach for more on the instrument.
Nice. Yep. And then I also like your thoughts too, Joe, about, just wandering off to different genres, right? Even if it's, hip hop or whatever it may be, right? That I think that's some great advice too that you could give to people. So,
Yeah, it shakes you up. It shakes you out of your same old vibe. And there's just really good music out there that you never thought you would like. I mean, my brother was 100% country all the time. I hated country, wouldn't go near it just to spite him. Turns out he likes other music that's not country, and I actually like some country.
Yeah.
But it only took us like 2 decades to figure that out.
Nice.
Branch out,
Yes. Yeah. Hey, whatever works for you. And that's the thing, right? Sometimes music doesn't make sense. And that's when you're making something, when it doesn't make sense. You're like, wait a minute, was that major? Was that minor? Maybe it was a mix of both. I don't know, but it sounded great.
It worked.
It worked. Yeah, for sure. I tell you guys, I also play drums and I have a gig coming up that I'm going to play at the end of the month. I haven't played drums at a full gig in a while because I play guitar mainly. But, for me, I warm up playing a type of music that's called Tejano music. And Tejano music is very popular in South Texas in the late 80s, early 90s. It was huge. It's basically a mix between country and Spanish music. And it's got a very interesting, very, very interesting tone. But that's how I warm myself up to play drums again. It's amazing.
Oh, that's cool.
And nobody knows that, But again, that's what gets me back into my timing and gets me back into the groove again, right? So whatever it is that your niche is that you find, again, there's no wrong or right here for sure,
There isn't.
Now, Michael, let's go to the comments. Is there anything on our comments that maybe sticks out? I know we had quite a few listeners out there, and we definitely appreciate everybody who signed in and listening live. We're also going to have this back out there on YouTube, so you can go check out. But any comments that stick out there, Michael, that we have?
Just a comment from Lexi saying, is Orchard Road, it's for Orchard Road. Are they streaming their music on any platform?
Oh,
if so, which ones?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah.
Not yet, because we're old and we don't know how.
Well,
so you can help us on that. We'd love to be able to do some of that stuff, and we get. It's all we could do to figure out how to set it up on Facebook and have Instagram and all that. We haven't even done that yet. So yeah, please.
Nice.
Give us a call.
Yeah, very, very good question. Yeah, and don't let me forget before you guys leave the studio, we can talk about. There's a site called CD Baby, and very, very easy. I'll definitely be more than happy to help you guys. But
really, we want to just come and see us live. That's what we really want you to do. Come out, say hi to us, come up, talk to us, request a song. If we don't know it, we'll figure it out. It's so cool when people go, "Hey, do you do this artist? Because I think you would really sound good doing that." And we go back and try to learn that song and stuff. We find out that it really works.
Nice.
So,
nice. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. What else do we got, Michael? Anything else?
No, just people saying, "Sweet, this music's great."
Support your local music. Support.
Yep. From Veronica.
Nice. Yes, for sure. Well, thank you everybody for commenting. And again, following the channel, liking, subscribing to the local vibe. Again, this is dedicated to all the local musicians, and we're glad to have you guys in the studio tonight. So before we wrap up the show, I also just want to go around one more time and see if there's anything else that you'd like to talk about, anything else that's on your mind, or maybe that we might have missed. We talked about your Facebook. I know you guys don't have an Instagram, but then go on there. We talked about some future gigs that we'll definitely put up in the description on the YouTube video. But anything else that you guys can think of?
When you're talking to the other guys about what would your advice, and years ago I went and heard this gal. Her name is Jackie Gibson, and she is a professor of music for the Alamosa College, and phenomenal guitar player. Oh my God. Never seen anybody do stuff like that on a guitar. And I went up and talked to her, and I said, "Yeah, I'm going to go home now, and I'm going to burn my guitars." And she goes, "Music's only requirement of you is to make a noise. So make a noise. Have some fun."
That's right. Definitely do that. Right. I agree. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about how it sounds. Just get out there and do it, man, and let it just be. Just let it wash over you.
Yeah. Everybody starts at some point in time, and it's never too late to start. Doesn't matter how old you are, just start playing. Whatever it is that your heart is telling you want to play, do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't think you don't have it, because you do.
Yeah.
It's
And
in
it'll
there.
come with time. The more you put into it, the more you're practicing, you'll get it, guaranteed.
Oh yeah, that's what makes it fun.
Yes.
Veronica said, "I want to hear Joe rap."
I do too.
Yeah, we all want to hear him now, rap.
No, you don't. Be careful what you wish for.
Well, if I'm going to be singing, he's rapping.
Very cool.
See, Orchard Road, we're going to take you down a musical journey. We're going to take you down a road of music, all kinds of stuff. So you might hear Joe rap.
Well, I thought you said you play Beat It, right? So there you go. That might be
Yeah,
it.
we do Michael Jackson. We do a version of Michael Jackson's Billie Jean.
Oh, Billie Jean. Okay,
And,
gotcha.
we kind of like to do covers, but we like to make them our own.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they were already famous once, so we kind of put our spin on them. And,
Nice.
some people like them, some people don't. But
that's cool.
That's what it's all about. You don't have to like it. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. That's all cool.
Awesome.
It's all cool.
Yes, I hear you. All right. Derek, anything else? Derek, any last words from you, buddy?
Go to the music store. Look for one of those little shaker eggs.
Uh-huh.
It's got the beads in them. Take it home and play it with your music on the radio.
Nice.
That's a great idea.
That is a great idea, yeah.
And then bring them to our shows, and you can play them while we're playing.
Just don't throw him.
Yeah, if you
Don't
go
throw them.
yeah, if you go into Guitar Center or if you go into Music Go Round, they have like a whole percussion session, and that's where you can find the shaker, the little shake. It looks like an egg, can't miss it. And great thing. All right, Joe, anything else from you?
I'm Go USA, I guess.
Yes. George.
Can't top that. No, just like everybody said, just pick it up, whatever instrument it is. Practice, don't quit, because there's going to be growing pains.
Yes.
Just own it.
Yes.
It's
Hell, I
yours. It's
picked
for
everything
you.
back up at 50.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's been a 14-year journey that is an everyday occurrence. I
Yes.
play it as much as I can every day.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. And then before I forget, we'll go back over to Tony real quick. Can you tell us a little bit about the 3 original songs? I know this last one, Weekend Alcoholic, we all get that one. But tell us a little bit about how you guys put those songs together.
Oh, well, Monica was, again, a friend of mine. We met a few summers ago, and she was always outside on the patio just dancing. And it didn't matter what band it was. But she's really a stunning woman. And all these guys would be standing around just wanting to dance with her. And they'd go up and ask her, and she'd, no. And, she was telling me this, well, they just leave me alone so I could dance. And that's where the song came, because I put myself in that shoes of those guys wanting to dance with Monica. And that's where that came from. And then the song Mystery, I was actually reading Homer's Odyssey, I know. And there's a movie coming out about it, which is really cool. But at any rate, that it was talking about the sirens. And I really kind of put myself in those shoes, because I have met a lot of sirens in my day. And, these sailors would crash their boats against the shore just to be with them and hear them. And we guys have been doing that since the beginning of time, and you girls you obviously know it. And, you're all sirens, and we just want to, you're our mystery. So
Nice.
that's it. And then Weekend Alcoholic is pretty simple. I was in a bar playing, and it was a winter night, and this guy came in all dressed in leather from head to toe with some animal stuffed on his head. And he's drunk, and he's standing at the end of the bar, and he goes, I'm just a Weekend Alcoholic. And I went, that's a song. And I went home and wrote that.
Nice.
And, it's a great bar song as far as just singing. I remember doing an open mic, and a buddy of mine was running it, and I said, yeah, I'm going to do all originals. And he goes, death knell, dude. Nobody wants to hear your shit. And I did Weekend Alcoholic, and he's like, oh, my God, that's a fun song. And,
Nice.
and he's, whenever we sing it, you can hear him in the background yelling, Weekend Alcoholic, Saturday Drunk. And that's the way it should be. Music should, inspire something in you, no matter what it is, and whether it makes your toes tap or gets you up or fires you up. I'm a product of the 60s, man. We did songs, war songs and stuff like that, protest songs, and love songs, and it was from deep within, and just whatever's in you, let it out. Let it out.
Nice, nice, very cool. Yeah, and if it's drinking a cold beer on the weekend, then hey, so be it.
Yeah. No, whiskey.
Whiskey, there you go. Whiskey. Hold the rocks. Hold the
Yeah,
rocks.
there you go. Whiskey neat.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Well, again, I appreciate you guys coming to the studio, and yeah, thank you so much for coming out here, playing some live original music from you guys. And we definitely got to get out there, people, and go support your local music, support Orchard Road. They're going to be out there. We got some gigs that they're going to be coming up here pretty soon, so we'll put that description up on the video as well.
And we really want to say thank you. This
Yes.
is probably one of the coolest things we've done in a long time. And
Nice.
Thanks for giving us a shot.
Yeah.
And I hope the next time if we ever do this again, we can come back and say, "Oh my God, the standing room only." Wouldn't that?
Yeah,
be cool?
that would be cool.
We
right?
don't want to be famous. We just want to have fun. So come out and have fun with us.
Very cool. Yeah. All right. And then I want to talk a little bit about some of the upcoming dates that I have on Thursday, January 15th. I have Jake Gill. Jake Gill is a country artist that I'm going to be interviewing kind of via Zoom, actually, where he's going to be dialing in from right up on the northern part of Colorado into Wyoming. And we're going to get him kind of via Zoom and talk to him next Thursday. And then after that, Thursday, January 22nd, we have No Bueno. Ladies and gentlemen, that's another very cool original band here based out of Denver, Colorado. They're going to be in the studio as well, performing live and doing some up-close and personal interviews with those guys. So, again, like always, everybody, let's wave bye to everybody. And we appreciate everybody signing on to YouTube. And thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we will see you guys next week. Thank you very much.